So here we are. We already have the plenums off. If you don't know how to remove the plenums, got a link in the description. We made a video on that already. Here's our replacement thermostat. And here's the thermostat housing. Thermostat looks like this. So what we need to do is remove this hose, both these coolant hoses, and then get these 3 bolts off and get it lifted out enough to replace it. First step is going to be to lower the coolant level, so when we undo the hoses here and take the thermostat housing off, we don't get a bunch of coolant in the engine valley or all over the front of the motor. So if you look down here, there's the radiator drain, the red cap on it there. We've got the covers off underneath, so we're gonna slide a drain pan under there, unscrew the drain a little bit, and then get the coolant level low enough that we can undo these hoses without getting coolant everywhere. It's not gonna drain all of the coolant out, because as you can see, the drain's only halfway up the radiator, but at least it'll get it low enough to where we're not making a giant mess. All right, so the coolant's draining. To get the drain loose, I use the world's smallest channel locks. And then if you also want to increase the flow, it helps to take the cap off. And then you can really hear the coolant coming out. So let that drain for a sec and then start undoing hoses. All right, now that we have the coolant drain, we're gonna remove the banjo bolt for this top hose. It's a 14 millimeter. Be careful because there's also going to be washers underneath them. All right, with the bolt removed for this, push that out of the way. Need to remove the 2 hoses here. Just got metal clips that hold them on. Just put a pick in there, lift the clip up, and then you can pull the clip out, set it to the side. All right, so now we need to actually remove the hoses. They're usually on there pretty good, so just take a screwdriver and gently kind of work them back and forth, and they will pop off. Just takes a little time and a little patience. All right, now we're gonna remove the 3 bolts here for the thermostat housing, and then also this 10 millimeter bolt here for the wiring harness. The 2 back bolts are longer than the front one. All right, to get the thermostat housing out, we're gonna have to loosen up this harness. As you can see, taking this bolt out, we got more room, but it's not gonna be enough to get the whole housing out. All right, thermostat housing's out. Jesus. Thermostat housing's out. Usually the thermostats are in there really good. And so sometimes you can put a screwdriver in here and pry it out, or put it in a vise from right there. And then you'll be able to lift up on the housing like so and get it. This one I already broke it loose, so that popped right out. Now we just gotta clean the surface here and on the block, put the new one in. So we just used 800 grit sandpaper. Got the block all clean. New thermostat installed. Make sure it's nice and even right here, that the gasket doesn't roll or stick up on you. Yeah, nice even pressure. It'll be firmly seated. It's also a good idea to replace these O-rings here too. But now we can put it back on the block. Putting the thermostat housing back in. Gonna wanna make sure we get the back into these holes here evenly. Otherwise you will have a leak. Make sure it's seated all the way. We can start going back together. Longer bolts in the back. Shorter bolt in the front. Get those snug. Torque the thermostat housing bolts to 10 Newton meters. Thermostat housing bolts tight, we can put in the bolt for the wiring harness. Now I put the banjo bolt back in with new crush washers. And torque it to 8 Newton meters. Now we'll put the coolant hoses back on. Make sure they're both seated all the way. Then we can put the clips back on. Alright, now that we've got the hoses back on, you can tighten the radiator drain there. Then get the intake plenums back on, and then we'll be ready to fill it up with coolant. Alright, so now that we have coolant in it, all we have to do to bleed the system on the S85 is get inside, turn the heater temperature to maximum, start it up and let it run for 15 minutes or until it's at operating temperature. Keep an eye on the coolant recovery tank. When the thermostat opens, the coolant level should drop a little bit. Alright guys, it's all back together. It's a pretty simple job, one of the easier ones on an S85. But if you found this useful, push the like and subscribe button and we'll bring more S85 content.